Hello, my name is Max Primo, and today I would like to log my experiences with learning networking by creating a fast-paced, first-person shooter game. I'm currently in my undergraduate university program for computer science, and my goal is to help other developers create their own games by logging my own. You can find the game and more details on my itch page, linked in the description below. Before diving into the development process, I spent a fair amount of time planning out the game. I created this game within a span of 2 weeks, and this video serves as a log of my progress. First things first, I tackled player movement. Since the game revolves around fast-paced movement, I opted for a rigid body controller over Unity's character controller, to give players a smooth and responsive movement, while I'll be able to fully configure the physics of my player on the back end. Configuring this with multiplayer is fairly complex, so I'll give you enough to go off of. For this, I'll use server authoritative movement. On the client side, the movement will be just like normal. Forces will be applied locally but sent to the server for a check. This model is called client-side prediction. If the server does not agree with the movement, for instance a player is moving faster than what is possible, the server will flag it. This authentication model is often used in popular multiplayer games, which is partially the reason why you've probably lagged back to a previous spot you were a few seconds before while playing your favorite competitive game. Next up on the list was implementing shooting mechanics. When adding different elements to your project, make sure you make your code modular. To add depth and variety, I introduced different classes such as heavy, light, and medium, with unique guns and abilities. Although this isn't as complex as I would like it to be, it does the trick. Game and scene management proved to be a significant challenge. I spent a considerable amount of time synchronizing scenes and managing game states. Utilizing finite state machines and asynchronous loading greatly streamlined the process. To handle loading, I first sent an RPC call from the server to all the clients. This call is packaged with information like the destination scene index and the server info. Each client has a local loading manager singleton that receives the call and manages the loading. First, it displays the loading scene with the progress bar while asynchronously loading the game scene. I also added some padding time to show the loading scene for a few more seconds, due to my game scene being quick to load, and frankly, who doesn't love a good waiting screen? For those interested in learning more, I've included helpful resources in the description below. With the framework in place, I turned my attention to map design, particularly for the first game mode King of the Hill. Additionally, I dedicated time to creating menu designs to enhance the overall player experience. It's important to remember that the trick to making your game feel better is to ensure that every action the player commits is then responded with a reaction. For example, a player clicks a button, an animation plays, and a sound. Quickly, let's delve into some technical aspects. Remote procedure calls, often called RPCs, and data synchronization play crucial roles in multiplayer games like mine. RPCs allow for different game instances to communicate with each other, facilitating real-time interactions between players. Data synchronization ensures that all players are in sync, preventing any discrepancies and ensuring a smooth experience. As a tip, I highly recommend familiarizing yourself with RPCs and data synchronization early in your development journey. Understanding these concepts will not only streamline multiplayer implementation, but also pave a way for more complex and engaging gameplay mechanics. Each networking solution has their own way of doing this, but from a user's perspective they share similar concepts. Although Photon is not my favorite networking solution, it should work just fine for this short game. I also recommend checking out Fishnet, which has an awesome support and documentation. Again, links below. As we reach the end of this journal, I want to express my gratitude to you all for joining me. Remember, game development is a fantastic outlet for creativity, so don't hesitate to explore and express your ideas. If you need any assistance, leave a comment below. Until next time, happy coding.